What's up, everyone? Zach Reger with SBD here to give you my best bets and picks for the NFC Championship between the Rams and the Seahawks, the third time these two NFC West teams meet. I have a pick against the spread, and I have two player props in this game. If you would like to bet along with me, I have links in the description to the sports books that have the best odds for all of my plays. And right before I get into them, please make sure you're subscribed, like, comment. Really appreciate all of you guys. So here we go. And I like Seahawks -2.5 at -104 at FanDuel. Favorites are 5-0 straight up and 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 conference championships that featured division rivals. The Seahawks also have the rest advantage in this game, getting an extra day, and they get to stay at home while the Rams will be playing their third straight road game. Seattle also didn't have to really sweat too much or worry in their game last week, winning 41-6, while the Rams on the other side played in an overtime game. The Rams have won both of their playoff games, but they're 0-2 against the spread this postseason. Seattle has won 11 straight home playoff games, and when the Seahawks are at home in the conference championship, they are 7-0 straight up and 5-2 against the spread. Both of the games between these two teams have been great games, and we should be in for another, but I like for the Seahawks to win by at least a field goal. And then I'm going with Colby Parkinson over 24.5 receiving yards at -114 at FanDuel. The Seahawks have given up 63.3 receiving yards per game to tight ends this season, which is the 6th most in the NFL. And in the playoffs, Parkinson has received 10 targets, and he has 34 receiving yards and 56 receiving yards in those 2 games. Parkinson has gone over this number in 8 of his last 9 games. The Rams deploy 3 tight ends a lot, but Parkinson has been the one getting the majority of the targets. He should clear this number. And then I'm going with Kupp over 29.5 receiving yards at -110 at MGM. Revenge game time. Kupp received 5 targets, caught all of them, and he had 60 yards last week against the 49ers. Since week 14 of this season, the Rams have given up 165 receiving yards a game to wide receivers, which is the 5th most in the league. Kupp has been a really steady wide receiver for Seattle, receiving over 4 targets a game over his last 5. Like I said, it's a revenge game against the Rams, and he can definitely get to 30 yards in this matchup against the secondary, which he has done in 4 of his last 6. So those are my picks and player props for the NFC Championship between the Rams and the Seahawks. I've got Seahawks to cover the spread, and I've got Colby Parkinson and Kupp to go over their receiving prop. Thank you all so much for watching. We only have a few of these games left this season. Let's make them count, and let's have a great weekend.